Hey everybody, Octavia Harris here. I am with the Beatz by Octavia, BBO. I'm a producer and a writer, an arranger, and an artist. I also do graphic design, and I love the Lord. All the gifts and abilities that the Lord has blessed me to have, I want to further advance His kingdom and for His people. And that's just a little bit of who I am. Wow, to make a long story short, as my mother would say, I think it was more of the Lord leading me to the field. And I say that, I don't want to get super spiritual on you, but at the end of last year, I had this whole list of goals and ideas and things that I wanted to achieve coming into 2012. And the Lord really helped me narrow down the list so that I can be more focused on one task. I know as an artist and a person that does a lot of different things, has multiple gifts, it can be challenging to focus on just one thing. But that's what the Lord led me to. He led me to focus more in on BBO and helping people get the production that they need inside the kingdom to further advance His. And so that's what I stuck with, and it's been phenomenal. The growth, just how people are receiving Beatz by Octavia and how they are just supporting what we're doing, and I'm blessed. So not so much how I ended up in the field, but music has always been a part of me, and production has since actually 1999. But professionally, actually building the website and putting it up online, that took place January of 2012. Artists, a lot of artists, and not just with production. Like production, we're just getting started. I've been doing a lot of producing for independent artists, and it's not just me, I might add. I have a team, praise God. I have Doc Sizzo, who I've known for quite a while and have been building with for quite a while. Shout out Doc Sizzo. And then also newly added producer Heir, who's just been a blessing. So you have Cincinnati in the building, you have Botswana in the building, and then you have Illinois. So we kind of bring so much diversity. But yeah, as far as working with artists, a lot of independent artists, I'm sure you've heard of Dice Gamble, Job Pierce from New York, up and coming artist Cameron Joy, she's also part of our team as well, does vocals. And then even on like the graphics to working with artists I've worked with, I'm sure you've heard of Melinda Watts, DJ Wado, K-Drama, Victory, just with splash pages and booking forms. And I've been able to touch and reach and work with and network with a lot of artists in the kingdom, which has been nothing but a blessing. Complete 8, my friend. This has been the it, if you want to say, in my production. I use a lot of sounds from here. It was a gift. That's probably why it means so much. Not only from God, but from a really good friend of mine. Blessed me with it, and I've been using it. It's taken my production to another level. This is not the only thing in my arsenal, however. I have a lot of other VSTs and soft synths and just, probably a terabyte or two of external sounds and different samples and just all kinds of stuff. So God is blessed. I have no lack or shortage of sounds, and I'm not the only one. We have Heir, who has his entire setup, and then Doc Sizzo, who's been producing forever for all kind of people, and he's a part of our team too. I've just been blessed to work with some of the people that I actually have been inspired by musically. So yeah, as far as software and hardware, we've pretty much got it locked. And whatever else comes out new that's hot that we feel that we can use and add to our you know, database, if you want to call it that, or sound collection, we'll have it. The first time I produced, wow, yeah, it was back in 1999. I was actually in my mother's basement. I set up, what did I have back then? I started off with an ASR-10. Do you remember that keyboard? You like had the floppy disks and you had to like load your sounds one by one on a floppy. It was that serious. A lot of fun. It just takes me back when I think of that. But yeah, 1999, I produced a double CD called Walking on Water. And it just takes me back how much we had to put into our production. Now it's just, everything is, you know, technology has advanced it so much to where it's a lot easier to produce. But yeah, that, I remember 1999, ASR-10. Wow, best musical memory, I would say there's so many of them though, honestly, since I started in January of this year. Like just the emails, the testimonials that pour in. Even one person, I'm not going to obviously mention their name, but somebody, I've actually heard this quite a few times, but one in particular was like, you know, thank God I found your site. You know, your beats inspire me, is exactly what they said. Inspire me to get back into writing. I mean, come on. It's like, that's like when you're, you know, as an artist, you know, you hear somebody say, yo, you know, your CD, like, it inspired me to live, you know, to get closer to Christ, or that's the same feeling that it gave me, like when I heard that, you know, and from several people, when they say your music inspires me to write again. That is probably one of the best things that a producer could hear, honestly. Well, besides, I want like 3 or 4 exclusives. So. Well, BBO is Beatz by Octavia, and it consists of 3 producers who I've been blessed to have on our team. Myself, Octavia, Doc Sizzo, and Heir. And we all have different flavors, and we all have different production styles, which is why I believe so many artists have, you know, when you go to Google, you're typing in BBO, Beatz by Octavia, Octavia Beatz, and you're finding all of this flavor, all of this diversity, and popular styles, radio sounds, but also like soul, you know, neo soul, you know, gospel, praise and worship, beats with hooks, and the lit pop, R&B, hip hop, East Coast, West Coast, any kind of style literally that you're looking for, we have all under one umbrella, and it's amazing. Like, I truly believe the goal for BBO is to be like the #1 place online where kingdom artists come and get their musical production. Of course, there's many beat sites online, and I respect a lot of the key producers that I'm influenced by and inspired by. But I believe that God has given us such a creative and innovative way to produce that it captures multiple artists, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Much given, much required, and that is why we constantly try to provide artists with not only the beats but also promotion as well. Plans for the future, really, I just commit my plans to the Lord, and I know that they're going to prosper. Anything that my hands touch will prosper. And BBO, the Lord has anointed, and as long as I am trustworthy with it, I believe God has trusted me with this ministry, and I'll be all right. Just stay before God, stay humble, continue giving and sowing into artists' lives, and we'll see a lot of great things in the next coming months. Different things planned. I don't want to give all my secrets away, okay? But a lot of great things planned for up-and-coming artists that are going to be very beneficial. I know that one specific thing I want to do more, and that's get more involved intimately on a personal level with the experience that I have to help artists kind of further advance their careers, and that could be with promotion and marketing, graphic design, just different ways to promote, just strategic planning. So that's really exciting. So not just for the production aspect of it, but for also the business aspect of it as well. So those are some of the little things that I got going on. Up-and-coming artists and producers, my advice to you, let me talk to the artists briefly. I would say stay on your knees, meaning keep a prayer life going before God. God is going to give you the wisdom that you need to tell you what direction to go, when to do this, when not to do this, who to network with. You know, just everything that you need is going to be found through your prayer life. And it really does start there. So that would be my advice to artists. Also, excellence, 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 excellence. Don't come half with it. If you're gonna come with it 110%. You are representing the kingdom of God. And I know people typically say it's because I don't have the money to do this or to do that, to come with it in the way that I want to. So I'm just kind of putting it out there. Well, honey, God owns pretty much, well, not pretty much, God owns everything. And so he will provide for you so that you can reach out to other people. Don't do this thing alone. There are people that have what you need. They have the resources. They have the gifts and talents. Go and ask. Be willing to do some bartering if you need quality graphics or if you need better mixing. I guess my point is, there's a way that you can come with it. And I'm not talking perfection. I'm just saying when you represent Christ, you want to represent him to the world and to everybody else in excellence. And you can do that. You really can. I believe that you can do that. It's a mentality. It's a mentality. It starts here. It's what you believe about yourself and about who God is to you. As far as producers, I would say, honey, the same thing I tell the artists, with a twist. No competition. Stay in your own lane and be grateful and happy for what God gave you and entrusted you with. That's the key. There's so many different styles and sounds, and you can get caught up with what somebody else is doing. You forget and lose sight of what God gave you. So that's the most important thing that I would have to share with the producer coming up and learn. This is for both producer and artist. Quickly. Research, research, and research. Learn, soak up knowledge. There's so much of it on the internet. Take courses about business and marketing. Take courses on how you can drive traffic to your site. Those type of things. So yeah, and keep God first. That's the key. Prayer life, keep God first, and go do it in excellence. It's impacted my life greatly. You know, Christ, he's everything to me. You know, he's the reason why I live and have my everything I do is because of what he did for me. Totally different person before I met the Lord, and I think how he's impacted me as a producer is I'm very cautious on how I treat people. Some people are just about the money, you know, and just trying to make a quick sale. And, you know, I understand, you know, you got to have money to survive. We understand that. But I believe that Christ, he's trusted me with a ministry. and I have to be responsible for that. I'm not perfect. I hate even really saying that, like, because nobody's perfect. But I believe that I have to have integrity. Maybe that's the best way to put it. I have to have integrity. And so I think that's the biggest impact of having Christ in my life as a producer and just a person. Also a responsibility to share, not just my gifts, but to share the gospel. So you have to try to intertwine that somehow. And, it's been a journey. Yes, I would like to say thank you, DJ Fuse, Fusemix.com, for this exclusive video interview. I really do appreciate you and what you're doing for the kingdom. Keep up the great work. I also want to shout out producer Doc Sizzo, Heir Beatz, and vocalist Cameron Joy, and just all the artists who have poured in to support what we're doing and what God has entrusted us with. I love y'all. We can't do what we do without y'all. So continue to listen to the tracks, continue supporting, and plug the website, of course, www.beatsbyoctavia.com, BBO. Make it your #1 choice to get that creative, innovative, that's a bask of production that you need for your project. All right, peace out, y'all. Keep me in prayer. Thank you.